Yeah, this is a normal thing to go up against this. It's just plain normal. Okay, so don't feel bad. It's normal. See, he's the one that's going to be teaching this way. Okay, Yahshua in this age is going to be teaching this way. He taught this way after after he resurrected and taught his disciples. Paul, the 28th chapter of Acts, he taught this way too. So all the way down, it's all line upon line. Okay? Now whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Those that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept. What's a precept? Precept is a doctrine. It's a body of principles. Okay? Now, the body of principles. What principles are we talking about? The principle of death, the principle of burial, and the principle of resurrection. Just to start off with, that's the foundation. So, what are we doing here? We got the principles here of death, burial, and resurrection according to the tabernacle pattern. That's how we get the line upon line. We just follow the death of the lamb in the tabernacle, the burial, and the resurrection in the court roundabout. Okay, now that's the pattern of all things. So we just run a line throughout the dispensations and ages. You got Adam being dead. Okay, you got the principle of death in the court roundabout. You got the principle of burial with him buried in the mist. Okay, and he resurrects from the dead. Okay, as death, burial, resurrection according to Adam. Death, burial, resurrection. Sleep is a type of death. That's in a dictionary. So Adam was put to sleep or put to death. Okay, and he was buried in the mist, and he rose again from the dead. Does that sound familiar? Him rising again from the dead, and the woman came out of him. Okay, now the death in the tabernacle, okay, is the altar. The burial is the laver. The resurrection is a horn of anointing oil. That's the resurrection. Then you go into the next compartment. You got the candlestick, which is light. You got the table of shewbread. You got the altar that is an intercessor, and you got the unity of the Spirit up in the most holy place. That's what we're talking about. Okay? That lines everything up, this tabernacle. And the whole thing, you run it with Abraham. Okay, Abraham had his son dead, buried, and resurrected before he even